open to the public, admit one. I'm doing a webinar. I'm submitting this for my webinar series. It's about your courts. We're going to show the traveling toilet. We're going to show the toilet in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Waukegan, Zion, North Chicago, Philadelphia. This is open to the public, admit one. Like I said, I'm doing a webinar. Because this man at the master's house, you got to use the master's tools. I got to control the narrative because you're not giving me what belongs to me. All right? You label me a terrorist? Dog, I'm just terrorizing you with the truth. I'm a whistleblower, and I blew the whistle on the courts, the corruption in the courts and mass incarceration. We talking about Jim Crow, the new face of old Jim Crow. We talking about 12 years a slave. We talking about being black and white America. I took you to court and beat you. It's the Minority Report. I gave that Minority Report to Christian Schaefer. I gave it to Adam May. I gave it to Governor Ehrlich. I gave it to, who else? Adam May, Governor Ehrlich. I gave it to Stephen Janis from the Real News. Stephen Janis from the Real News got this Minority Report in 2012. All right. And I'm still working on the Minority Report because the more work that I do, it goes into the report. People of the state of Illinois versus Duane Davis. Falsely accused toilet bomber, 2011. Everything I've been doing, you can go on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter. My AOL account was taken over by the government. The government took over my AOL account. All right, Congressman Cummings, Governor O'Malley, Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake, the NAACP, Jack Young. NAACP been jealous. You tied to this, so you got to eat this. You feel me? You tied to this. Because in 2011, y'all was talking about gay rights and marriage equality, but you was leaving stop and frisk and zero tolerance on a rampage. Now in 2018, you took those police to court for doing the crimes in 2011 that I turned in. You feel me? It's Shorty, a champion for justice. I am Dred Scott. I'm showing you what being black and white America is. This ain't my fight, this our struggle. Mayor Pugh gave me a Verizon award for this, all right? Let me see if you can. All right. The Community Verizon Award. This case in Towson in 2011 made me homeless. I've been homeless since 2011. But because I'm homeless, it don't stop me from doing what I do in the community. This is where I'm living at. This is how I'm living. You feel me? I got to clean it up today because I've been doing my boards and my paperwork and my artwork. But that's where I sleep. This is where I work. And this is the work I got for you. Al Retmer, Johnny O, we had a discussion the other day. My store on Falls Road was stolen by the state. I was kidnapped by the state. And before I did all that, I was writing a documentary about the state and your corruption in your courts. July 2007. All right. This is in response to your letter dated July 2007. Because like I said, I was making the movie Letters Design. I asked for the criminal division of the Department of Justice to come to Baltimore County and investigate your courts. The Office of Cabinets. You feel me? 2007, 2008. And you locked me up as a terrorist in 2011 for blowing the whistle. You locked up a whistleblower and a filmmaker. That's my evidence. Al Retmer, Johnny O. Y'all running for county executive? For cabinet seat? Well, this is where you at. You using your office to shield the corruption. The Honorable William, all right? Baltimore County. This is the case where I try to take y'all to court and expose the corruption. Judge Williams, pursuant to instructions, I even closed a motion to squash. See, because Malcolm Ruff knew about this. When Malcolm Ruff was going to the University of Baltimore, he was going to the University of Baltimore Law School. I met Malcolm Ruff in the alley, and I told Malcolm Ruff what I was going to do. Malcolm Ruff was the clerk in Scott Shellenberger's office. And Malcolm Ruff will tell you about the racism in Scott Shellenberger's office. Like I said, I want a criminal investigation into Cabinet's office and the courts in Baltimore County for shielding the corruption. You feel me? This legal paperwork, and I got my paperwork is legit. This is the state of Maryland, Attorney General. You feel me? Because I blew the whistle on you in 2013. And right here, regards to your complaint regarding your treatment in the Baltimore County Detention Center, the Civil Rights Division, the Criminal Division on Pennsylvania Avenue. You see that? July 2012. You got this in 2008. So we're going to fast track this. Take everything that I gave Al Redmer, everything I got on YouTube, everything I got in Judge Souter's courtroom, and turn it in. Turn it into the Department of Justice Criminal Division. Because like I said, when I ask questions, I already got the answer. I asked for the Criminal Division of the Department of Justice to come here in 2007, long before I got locked up for your racially oppressive judicial system. Your Department of Justice can't shield corruption in Baltimore County. You can't protect Scott Shellenberger no more. All right? By you locking me up illegally, you showed the corruption right there. So the Department of Justice is going to have to come back and look at everything that Scott Shellenberger did. The same way that you went over those cases with those dirty cops, you got to come out in Baltimore County and go after them cases for Scott Shellenberger. You got to reverse and remand all the cases that Scott Shellenberger touched. You feel me? I know what I'm talking about. That's the Appellate Circuit Court of the State of Illinois. That's my case number, inmate N62528. All right? When you reverse and remand the case, that means that unless I get retried, that I'm innocent of them charges. I'm innocent of them charges. All right? I know how to work the court and the system. I wrote my appeal. You feel me? I'm a jailhouse lawyer. And y'all use this case to incarcerate me for this case. But I'm innocent of those charges. David Irwin told you that. So I want the Criminal Division of the Department of Justice to come investigate Baltimore County Courts, the Office of Scott Shellenberger, the Office of Marilyn Mosby, the Office of Greg Bernstein, the Office of Brian Frosch. And I want Governor Hogan to submit all my evidence. That's the Attorney General office. That's Gansler knew about this. You feel me? I had a trial. I was supposed to have a jury trial for fraud. I didn't get a jury trial. You gave me a bench trial. And Judge Papaya participated in the fraud. You gave me a bench trial and I was supposed to have a jury trial. That's why I want the Department of Justice out here, because your courts do what they want to do. They railroad. It's racketeering. It's like Operation Greylord in 1986 in Chicago. Dog, all I did is just gave you the truth. You use your courts to shield your corruption, and I can name the judges. I can name the judges. And if you're running for Cabinet's office, then you got to deal with this. Whoever wins Cabinet's seat got to deal with this. Whoever wins Cabinet's seat, you got to have a criminal investigation into your courts. You can't use your office to shield the corruption in Baltimore County. Because like I said, Malcolm Ruff, Lawkirk, if he get on the stand and testify, he got to tell everything that we had a conversation about. Everything that we had a conversation about. You can go right here, Judge Cox. That's my request to speak in front of the grand jury, because I want justice. It's not going to be just me. And I want my property back. I want what belongs to me. I want everything. $2.6 million in lost wages. We're talking about defamation of character. We're talking about libelous statements. We're talking about false imprisonment. And we're talking about them toilets. Them toilets is props for a movie. Let us design, no more, no less. Judge Souter presiding. Get the toilets, get the court cases, and see how long I've been doing this. Since 2007, a racially oppressive judicial system, among other allegations. No, it's not an allegation. It's proven. I went to jail in 2 states to prove this. It's not an allegation. It's a proof. And since I was incarcerated in another state, that makes it a federal crime. President Obama asked for a full investigation in 2008. All right. I'm going to show you something. See the date? 2007, David Irwin. See the date? Ridge Country Store. See the case? That's that case that I showed you. All right? Go to David Irwin's office and get that. I'm innocent of them charges. So I was making a movie about your courts. And these are the people in the movie. These are the people in the movie. You feel me? These are movie releases. So when I put this movie up, I can say that this judge did this. I can say that this state's attorney did this. I can say that Mosby did this. I can say the meeting and put your name on it. It's Baltimore Rewired. I don't have to change nobody's name about nothing because it's all on court record. It's about judicial system, among other things, all right? Racially oppressive judicial system. And it's the Department of Justice Criminal Division complaint. I went in front of y'all other day at y'all's debate at CCBC. I asked for the Department of Justice Criminal Division to come to Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a business owner. I'm an activist. I'm a black Republican. Scott Shellenberger used his office to lock up a activist and a whistleblower. You can't lock up a whistleblower. I turned y'all in on February the 2nd, 2011 to Greg Bernstein, the city solicitor, and the Department of Justice. Y'all had this since 2000. Y'all had this 5 days before y'all locked me up. My paperwork legit. It's in order. So I want y'all to get in order. Al Redmer, my insurance claim shows Brother Insurance participated in the fraud. So how much money is Brother Insurance and other insurance companies can't donate into your campaign? Because the next time that we at this debate, I'm going to ask about campaign financing. I'm going to ask who's contributing to your campaigns and how much. You can't protect Insurance Incorporated because they're giving you money in your campaign and your quest to take Hammon's seat. Whoever get Hammon's seat got to deal with me. You got to deal with this claim of false imprisonment. Whoever in Hammon's seat, you got to deal with this. You feel me? You got to deal with the judges and the lawyers that I name in the corruption, and you're going to have to turn it over to the Department of Justice. You can't shield the corruption by using your offices. You can't shield the corruption. You feel me? And you can get my testimony in front of the county council. All right? Pam Woods was there. All right? It's documented. It's videotape. Go get it. Because there's evidence for my insurance claim. You feel me? Do what you got to do, but I'm going to do what I got to do, too. I've been homeless since 2011. It's getting ready to get cold outside. I'm tired of being homeless. I'm tired of living in people's living rooms, basements, couches, trucks. I've been doing it for a long time. It's affecting my health. So y'all do what you got to do. Y'all got a thing on this is a webinar. So I'm going to do a webinar series. I'm going to put this on the web, on the internet. I'm going to gather all my information. I'm going to tell my story from 2006 till the movie Let Us Design come out. I'm going to be the hype man for the movie. You feel me? Until the movie come out, until I get justice, I'm going to make sure that this story get told. Because the only thing that's keeping me alive is these live feeds. The only thing that's keeping me alive is keeping you informed. You feel me? So Al Redmer, Johnny O, Ben Jealous, Hogan, dog. Famous for toilets, potty training politicians. That's a good look for the webinar. And it's a good look for Baltimore. I'm famous for it. Take a negative, turn it into a positive. Turn shit to sugar and sugar to shit, and I'm gonna have fun doing it. Mic check that, bitch.